What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having an incredible week so far in the markets and outside the markets, and I hope in general you're just overall smashing it. Now I have something to announce very quickly before we get into the rest of today's video, which is, drum roll please, channel membership. So as the subscribe button on the right hand side of the channel, when you click on my channel, there's going to be a little join button as well. So what this is going to basically allow me to do is offer value in a slightly more in-depth and different way to what I've done before. So it's going to allow me to tailor different things to, you know, what more people are struggling with. So let's say, for example, you're struggling with something like technical wise or psychology. You know, there's plenty of different comments that I have in normal YouTube videos of people struggling with things. So it's going to be good to like offer an in-depth video based around that I believe is going to offer a lot more value. So it's going to be exclusive member-only videos, but it's going to allow me to go more in depth with certain things. So really looking forward to it, whether that's technical, self-improvement overall, trading psychology, or anything based on my experience so far. It's just going to be really good, and I'm really looking forward to doing that. And I think it's just such a good way for me to give back at this stage of my journey right now. So looking forward to doing that. At the time of this release of the video, it's either already out or is very close to launching. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And yeah, overall just super stoked to release that very soon. Right, so first things first, TradingView. Now I've plugged this a number of times in the past, and the reason I do so is because it's such an important software, you know, program, website, whatever you want to call it, to my overall performance. And I know it will be to yours too. So I personally use TradingView for just analysis. You can obviously use it for, you know, trade execution, trade management, things like that as well. Or you simply do, there's an option down at the bottom of the screen. You can connect to your broker, you know, put your details in. All of a sudden you've got your broker on your screen as well, so that you don't have to have two separate platforms. But for me personally, I like to separate the two. I like to separate profit and loss, you know, account balance, all that kind of stuff from my trading analysis itself, just to have that separation and not just merging the two. Not that I would emotionally get involved anyway, but I think in the past it's very easy to do so. So I've always liked that separation, and personally it's just always stuck with me. So I love doing that. It's crucial to my performance as a trader. I have the premium package on TradingView, which allows me to access, you know, more layouts per chart, different things, more access to data, this and that, tons of different options. But I just love it overall. I couldn't do my overall trading without that. There's other platforms out there, but for the value of the money that you actually get for TradingView, I personally think is the best by far. I've seen others in the past which are far more expensive, don't have the tools that TradingView offers, and just don't have the same thing. So personally, I love TradingView, always have, always probably will as well. And overall, they're just a great software or platform that you can use. They do have a 60% off Black Friday sale right now that's going on. So just a quick heads up, if you do want to upgrade or take advantage and just leverage things for your money, get more for your buck essentially, be aware that it's 60% off right now. So if you do want to upgrade or join for the first time, feel free. It's just a quick heads up for you guys who do want to save money in that. I've just done that as well. So I was on the premium package, which was costing me just over 50 USD per month. But I've just upgraded and I paid $250 for the year for, I think it was 13 months. So I'm good. My subscription is good until end of next year now. So really happy with that. Got a lot for my money, and it's well worth the investment for me because I essentially consider it a business expense, which it basically is. So number one, TradingView. Number two, so a lot of people have been asking me what is on that side screen, as you can see laid out here. A lot of people have been interested, they've seen it in a few different videos. I have mentioned it, but I've been getting a lot of different comments, whether that's on YouTube or Instagram or messages, in terms of what it's called, you know, what benefit does it offer, things like that. It's called Edgewonk. I've recently been using it for the past, I think beginning of October I started using it, and it's really good. It's incredible. It's basically a journaling platform that allows you to journal your trades but in a lot more detail. So I needed the data, the specific data that isn't offered by many people, and this is the only software that I've personally come across that is this reliable. You know, and get into the nitty-gritty things of data and really dig into it a lot more. So you have so many different things on here. You have obviously trades, so you track your trades, you put your trade data in, it spits the data back out, but you can do so much with that data once it's done as well. You can actually run simulators based on that data, give you an overall performance based on, you know, based on the trades that you've taken, your win rate, your strike rate, your amount of losses that you take in a row, your amount of wins you take in a low, what your rough simulation of trades will be over the course of 100 trades, 500 trades, 1,000 trades. It gives you a lot more confidence to see that in black and white data, because a lot of people obviously know they have an edge, but until you see that black and white data right in front of you, you don't have the same level of confidence in your edge and your strategy. So I think it's a crucial part of my personal thing. I've been using it a lot. I always have it on the screen, whether I'm trading or not. It just reminds me of different things that I'm focusing on. So right now, I notice, for example, with the software, I noticed that, okay, my wins are coming from a certain place almost. So 80-20 rule, what 20% of things is equating to 80% of the results. Double down on that and really get into the nitty-gritty part of that. So that allowed me to do that. It really allowed me to focus on certain things and really just eliminate the common mistakes that I was making, and it really just highlights any common errors or unforced errors you're making, so you can tweak that and just overall perform better. So it is a crucial part of my trading toolkit right now, and personally I don't think I could do without it. I don't think I will perform as well without that data. So very, very grateful for AgeWonk and this platform that I recently discovered. So yeah, give a check out to AgeWonk. I think it was 150 USD for the year, but once again, similar to TradingView, it's a business expense. Trading is a business, you should be treating it as a business. So if it's something that you can afford and you want to get and you want to upgrade, feel free. You don't have to have this. I used to use, for a cheaper option, for those of you guys who don't want to obviously do that yet, or don't have the capital yet to do that, I would say Notion or Evernote is a good kind of way to document your trades. It's definitely not going to spit out the same number of data. It's definitely not laid out the same as something like this. However, it is a good way that you can manually take screenshots, track data, look back through your trades, actually log information, and it's just a cheaper way to do so. So whatever option you go for, give it a go, give it a try, and it's just a good way to track your trades. Number 3 is to have a reliable broker. Now this is such an important part of your trading toolkit itself. You know, there's so many different brokers out there, but it's important you actually have a trustable, reliable one. So I personally recommend 2. There's a few more that I recommend as well, and I have done that on the previous video, but these 2 are the main ones. So both IC Markets and Blueberry Markets are the 2 most important ones for me. I recommend them both, and you know, I've spoken to, especially with Blueberry as well, so I've spoken to these guys on the phone in terms of video call. I've sat in front of them, talked to these guys. You know, I'm very careful in terms of, like, before I partner up with someone or collaborate with someone, you know, what their intentions are as a company, you know, what they're like as people. Are they genuine enough? These people were super genuine, super down to earth, and just really care about their clients. So always recommend Blueberry. I've tried out their accounts, I've tried out deposit, withdrawals, all the different systems in place. It's all really, really good. It's really excellent, and I couldn't really fault anything, to be honest. Their customer support is incredible. So let's say for example you're in a trade and something happens, or you want, you know, a question answering or this or that. Having that customer support that allows you to dig into that very quickly if you need to is such a must, in my opinion. So Blueberry have that, IC have that as well. So check out them both. I recommend those 2, and they've done me well so far. I have tried a lot of different brokers in the past. These are my 2 favorite ones. So you have different accounts. So obviously for both, you will have their standard account, which is obviously free of commissions, but then you will sacrifice slight number of pips, obviously with the spread to get into the trade. Or you have the raw spread, or the slightly upgraded account, which obviously costs commissions per trade, but you have the very low spread, which allows you to get into those accurate entries if you're trading more so low time frame base. So either or, they're very good options, and I highly suggest looking into them as well. Right, so number 4 is alongside TradingView, which is more so for backtesting purposes. So this is called Soft4FX. I've tried and tested this in the past. I've actually done a video on this in the past as well, so feel free to check that out. And basically allows you to access a lot more data than what you can on certain platforms. So TradingView is phenomenal for backtesting, but in terms of data, let's say you want to go back, 5 years in advance. You want to go back to maybe let's say you're trading multiple time frames and you want to go back on the 15-minute time frame 5 years prior to today's date. Now you may not be able to do that on certain platforms, but you can on soft4FX. So it gives you that leverage, it gives you that access to data that you wouldn't normally have, and that's super valuable, especially if you're trading certain styles. So I think it's super important. I used it a lot last year, so October, November, December. Going into this year, I was using that a lot. So every day I was back testing the certain style, I was developing myself, I was developing my edge, I was developing my entries, my management, and that allowed me to do so. So without that, I wouldn't be in the position I am today, and I wouldn't be nearly as far along in the journey had I not had access to that data, because I wouldn't be able to track obviously certain things, I won't be able to test certain things to what extent I actually did. So highly recommend checking that out. It's basically integratable with MT4. So another question which is going to lead on to number 5 as well, which is the platform MT4. So I'm going to link these two together right now. So how I have MT4 on my desktop, a lot of people have been asking. So you can't have MT4 on Mac unless the only route that I've found, there may be other ways, so feel free to comment down below if you found another way, but I've had to download something called Parallels, which allows you to run Windows 10 on MacBook, and then you can run MT4 through that. So try that out. It's a little bit complicated, I know, but you can't normally run MT4 on Mac, but you need Parallels plus Windows 10 to do so. So I just had to do that, and it's honestly been fine. It hasn't been slow, it's been very fast execution. Getting in and out of trades is very quick as well. No complaints, no problems. I've just upgraded my subscription for the year as well, so I've had it over a year now, and it's just been incredible. So it just allows me to have MT4 on this screen for trade execution, so you'll see that on videos, and then on this screen is my analysis, so I have both, you know, alongside each other, which allows me just to perform, or just gives me the tools to perform at my very best. So that's what I use, and yeah, soft4FX, that is integratable with MT4. So when let's say you buy soft4FX, you'll then download it, it'll attach to MT4, and then you can almost run a backtesting simulation on MT4, and it's just very integratable, it's very good, it's very precise, and I love everything about it. So that is number 4. That is also number 5 as well. Hopefully that answers the questions in terms of MT4 too, because I know a lot of people have been asking how I'm actually able to run MT4 on MacBook Pro. Obviously I don't have Windows computers, so that's how I do it. So give that a go, type in Parallels on Google, go from there, obviously download Windows 10, and then you should be able to run it like I have on MT4. So that is a roundup of today's video. Slightly different to what I'm normally putting out there in terms of vlogs and stuff, but I thought with the questions that I've been getting in terms of just a lot of things from the vlogs, so Edgewonk, the journaling software, you know, I get questions in terms of TradingView, how am I able to run MT4 on Mac, all these certain things that have been cropping up recently as well. I just thought I'd just collab everything in one video, put it all together, put that out there, and I think it's going to be useful for a lot of people. So hopefully you enjoyed this, hopefully it was valuable. Check out the different softwares, check out the different things, they'll all be linked down below, or most of them will anyway, and feel free to check them out, give them a go for yourself, and upgrade from there. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Watch out for the next one, and stay tuned for channel memberships as well, which is coming very, very soon. If not, it's already released. So without further ado, I'll leave it here. Have a good rest of the week in the markets, and I'll speak to you all in the next video. Speak to you all soon.